The Biden and Harris administration has enacted a number of changes, beginning with the removal of the wonderful Trump-era policy that kept minors from being shepherded across the border by adults. This policy was put in place in order to curb human trafficking. Though criticized by the left, the policy did what DC politicos claim to want. It protected children in danger of being trafficked. In 2019, Customs and Border Control Chief Carla Provost criticized the earlier Obama policy of catch and release, noting how it facilitated the business of smuggling people into the country. She said, quote, "Smuggling organizations tried to exploit catch and release to use children as a commodity," she warned. The Trump administration understood that the earlier Obama-era policy actually incentivized child trafficking. By ending catch and release, Trump's policies ensured this form of exploitation was less lucrative, while also simultaneously lowering border crossings overall. So, big win. But when Biden and Harris restarted their version of catch and release, Biden and Harris couldn't naively claim that resurrecting the child human trafficking industry was an unintended consequence. No. As Obama's VP, Biden was well aware of how this policy change had played out, to the extent that Biden is aware of anything. But even now, the tragic impact of Biden's disastrous immigration policies are being ignored by his administration. Now, Kamala Harris, she is no better. She was supposedly his border czar, did an awful job. Now, Biden and Harris have exempted minors from deportations while mandating that children must never be separated from their families. But this has turned children into meal tickets that ensure an indefinite stay in the United States and a steady revenue stream. Not surprisingly, an ongoing host of atrocities is the result, one of which being the renting of children to groups of illegal immigrants seeking entry to our country, using them as shields. Shockingly, Biden and Harris have not stopped there. According to a June 2023 America First Policy Institute brief on child exploitation at the southern border, the Biden administration is no longer bothering to vet those who volunteer to house and care for unaccompanied minors. This carelessness has led to the government losing contact with as many as 1/3 of these unaccompanied minors. They've disappeared.